Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. On this beautiful winter day, December 5th, we're talking today about the 6 elements that are needed to overcome chronic pain. And so this is has been discovered and is what scientific research suggests. So as much as yoga, maybe isn't considered science in some ways, regardless of that, scientific research is supporting that these 6 things are needed for overcoming chronic pain, for dealing with chronic pain, for addressing it, for healing it. And so we're going to talk about those in a few minutes. For now, I'm going to give people a minute or so to jump on this live video if they're interested in joining today live. And I want to make sure that I'll wait till somebody jumps on to make sure that you can hear me, but it looks all good on my end. Like the microphone's working well. So, and today let's all take a collective breath together. If you took this one little tidbit of information with you into each of your days, your day, the outcome of your life, your mindset, what you attract, how happy you are, would all change drastically. I guarantee it. So, see if you can take this tidbit with you, that you're going to check in with yourself at least 5 times a day. So you can do that with maybe scheduling it on your phone as a reminder, just to check in, plant your feet on the floor, connect to Mother Earth, maybe close your eyes. Deep breath in through the nose, out of your mouth. Rooting your seat into the chair you're sitting on, or if you're standing, just dropping your weight down into your feet. And then rising up energetically through the center column of your body. Allowing that energy to flow out of the crown of your head, lifting you all the way up towards the sky. Shoulders are relaxed. Maybe you could smile. And observe your breath in and out of your nose. If you haven't watched the diaphragmatic breath yet, then I highly recommend you go to those videos on my YouTube or in any of my saved live videos on Facebook or Instagram and watch those of the importance of this optimal diaphragmatic breath. So breathing it in, welcome the oxygen in 3-dimensionally in your body. Feel it expand. And then letting go as you exhale. Relaxing your jaw, softening or smoothing out the muscles of your face. And just notice how you feel in this moment after a few deep breaths. Give yourself permission to take this time daily. Like I said, I promise, I guarantee it will make your life happier, more peaceful. Your health will improve. The people around you will notice and they start responding to you differently. So one of the tricks I use, hi Larry, welcome, is to remind myself to check in at least 5 times a day every time I go to the bathroom, because we all go to the bathroom likely up to 5 times a day. So every time you sit on the toilet or you go into the bathroom, you're by yourself, you have a few minutes that you can take. Nobody's going to come knocking on the door if you take 2 minutes or 3 minutes in there to check in with yourself, whether you're standing, and you root down and then elongate the spine, welcoming in that diaphragmatic breath, relaxing, noticing how you feel. And if you do that 5 times a day, I want to hear from you. I want to hear how it changes your life. And like I said, I promise it will change your life. So I challenge you to take that with you, take that tidbit with you today, every time you go to the bathroom, or you could put a reminder in your phone every 2 to 3 hours to do a check-in. Take 2 to 3 minutes to settle, to find your alignment in your body, and to breathe and see how you feel. So welcome to today's live. Today we are going to be sharing the 6 elements that are needed to overcome chronic pain and other ailments in the body and mind. If you haven't already put it together, the root word dis-ease together is disease. So when we have disease or ailments or issues in the body, could be chronic pain, could be lupus, an autoimmune disease, it could be cancer, it could be many different diseases out there. That's your first sign that your body is speaking to you. It's screaming at you that it needs you to bring in more ease, more holistic support and wellness in your life. So that's one of the ways you can do it, is by checking in with yourself 5 times a day. All you need is 2 to 3 minutes, 5 times a day. So we're going to share in regards to chronic pain what the science is saying, what the scientific research out there is saying that you need to approach and heal your chronic pain. If you haven't already joined my Facebook group, Yoga for Healthy Aging Women, although men are allowed to join if they want to join, I'll just end up changing the title. But at this time it's women because it's all women. But join that group. I share tons of information, free practices here and there for overcoming chronic pain, different tips and tricks that you can use. So go to my page and then join that Facebook group. It's free. As well, I have a free workshop coming up on Wednesday. That's in 2 days at noon Pacific Standard Time. So that workshop is for people to really understand what it means to have chronic pain, what the root cause of their chronic pain in their body is, why their body is screaming at them, why their body is showing this dis-ease in the physical and mental states of being. So if you're struggling, if you're unsure what to do, if you're trying everything and it's failing for you, come to this free workshop. That's why I've created it. You don't have to pay. All you need to do is show up for yourself for 90 minutes on Wednesday at noon. Tell your friends, tell your family that you're going to need that 90 minutes of just of time that you can just focus on yourself, and we will go over what it means to have chronic pain and how to overcome it. Okay, so let's jump into today's information on the 6 elements that you need to overcome chronic pain. So of course, you always want to see a medical professional, regardless of any ailment or issue that's going on in your body. Check with your medical professional. If you don't feel that they're supportive or they're turning you in directions that's not working for you, switch it up, try different people, try different things, and find what works for you. Find what resonates for you with your medical professional. You need somebody you can trust that will support you with the decisions that you're making about your health and wellness. And so one of the main things to overcome chronic pain is that you need to be educated. You need to educate yourself. It's your responsibility, your body, your life, even your disease is essentially your responsibility to figure out and to overcome and to heal. I know we like to put all our faith in other people to do it for us, but that just doesn't work. You might get a mask, you might have some medications that can mask it, but to truly heal it, you need to connect in. You need to connect into yourself and figure out what's going on for you. Nobody else knows. So that's the first element that's needed. And this is also considered by science. If you haven't already gone to my website and watched the video, it's on YouTube, so you could actually even plug this name into YouTube. Understanding pain in less than 5 minutes and what to do about it. That video will show you what you need to know in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. And so I've taken some of the information directly from there, from what the science is saying, and I've incorporated that into my online program, Yoga Therapy to Heal Freedom Formula Program for Chronic Pain. So it directly correlates, except for we're using yoga therapy as kind of the way, the path to overcome. You could use other low impact exercise, but I've built this program with every element in it so that you can overcome pain. So education is number one. You need to educate yourself. So even in my program, there's a lot of information. I've got resources and books and people you can connect with regarding education and the science and the history of yoga as well. All sorts of resources that whatever interests you, you can choose from. You can go down your own path. So education, super important to educate yourself about what is happening in your body and mind, what is happening with your disease. The second thing is meditation. So meditation is getting a little bit more, I guess, kind of mainstream in the West. In North America, that's now being used more for like some stress relief and mindfulness and overall improving our wellness, improving our mood. But meditation, I have a whole module dedicated to meditation in the program. So you learn what meditation is, you learn how it helps, you learn the science behind it. You get to explore all sorts of different ways of meditating to see which one suits you best. So meditation, and same with mindfulness, we explore that deeply in the program. You learn what it means to be mindful and the difference between meditation and mindfulness, because there is a difference. So that is number two, the second element to overcoming chronic pain. The third one is low impact exercise. And so yoga therapy is exactly that. Like the therapeutic exercises that we do, with therapeutic yoga or in yoga therapy is low impact. Okay, so we're never pushing ourselves. We're never trying to reach a target. It's just meeting yourself where you're at in any given moment and accepting that with compassion, with love, with kindness, and just being with that, being present with that, being mindful with that. So number three, low impact exercise. And that's also obviously integrated into the online program. Number four is guidance around exploring your history and where your pain has come from. So I wonder if anyone knows where their pain has come from. It manifests in the body. And if you've watched any of our koshas or six bodies videos, you'll learn about the different layers of being. And when there's unrest or dis-ease on any one of those layers, it starts to manifest on the outer layer of our being, our physical layer. So our trauma, our experiences in life, negative experiences, traumas, mental, emotional, physical traumas, we store that stuff in our bodies if we don't process it. And by process, I mean allow ourselves to feel every aspect of what it is to go through a trauma. And most of us push that aside. Most of us don't want to feel the negative feelings that humans feel, like sadness, grief, anger. So we might push them down. And if we do that, they stay in the body, they stay in the mind, and they will come out in some form, and if they're not being addressed, in the form of disease. So very important, number 4, the fourth element to truly healing chronic pain and other diseases in the body and mind. Guidance, meaning a medical professional, a psychotherapist that you relate to. Here as well, I would really suggest shopping around. I think I probably went through over 20 therapists in my life until I finally found one that's actually helped me, that I really resonated with. The material that she brings forward and how she speaks to me resonates and connects for me. So the same for you. Shop around, find one that works with you, works for you. Your doctor can recommend them. There's community programs that have them, so you don't have to pay necessarily. But very important to have somebody help you explore and work through your past traumas and make sure that you've processed them out of your body. Number 5 is to learn specifically about your nervous system. So I have another video, I think, on my lives or my YouTube about the nervous system. And so our nervous system, we have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our healing and repair. And we have the sympathetic nervous system response, which is our stress response. Especially for people with chronic pain, we tend to, the body and mind almost gets a little bit confused because most people with chronic pain have had a lot of trauma in their lives. And so then the brain starts to actually remember that trauma. Again, it hasn't been processed out of the body and mind maybe appropriately. And it actually fires your stress response even when there's no danger. It's like it's in overdrive. It's like it is in the stuck on position for people with chronic pain and numerous traumas. And so then you're getting pain signals because of your brain triggering your stress response, your sympathetic nervous system to fire. Even though there's not actually an issue in your tissues, there's nothing actually wrong in the physical aspect of your body, although your pain is real. You can feel the pain. So your nerves, your nervous system are sending pain responses even though nothing's wrong. And so we retrain the brain, we retrain the body, we retrain the nervous system to basically calm down, to basically be in the healing and repair more often. And it starts to switch that back into a normal mode where your stress response will fire only when there is actual stress. So I have a video on the relationship between stress and chronic pain. If you have more interest in that, you can watch that video. Very, very important when it comes to overcoming chronic pain is to really pay attention to what's going on with your nervous system, to get so in touch that you can feel your nervous system activate in one way or another, stressfully or in a calm, healing way. And you really want to start integrating those practices, those exercises, such as checking in with yourself daily, 5 times a day, breathing deeply. Let's do another one right now together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Out of the mouth. One more breath. So I literally just felt my nervous system go into the calm zone. And that's what we need to do if you're suffering with chronic pain, if you're suffering with a lot of stress, with other disease in your life. So take that tidbit with you. Check in 5 times a day. So that was number 5, learning about the nervous system and the techniques to turning on the parasympathetic nervous system more often. And so the program is full of those techniques. That's the main focus in the program. And number 6, the final element to overcoming chronic pain for good, so that you can take these elements with you. It's kind of a holistic approach, and incorporate them into your life as part of your wellness plan, as part of your support system overall for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be for a short period of time, because we should be checking in with these things and supporting ourselves always. So number 6 is to have a coach to help you, to have a team of people who you can count on, who you can go to when you're struggling, when you need motivation, or when you feel like you just don't know where to turn. What's next? How do I get over this hump? I'm stuck, whatever it might be. Number 6 to overcoming your chronic pain is to find that support system, to build a network of supportive people in your life that will push you forward, that will maintain lifting you up on your journey to overcome chronic pain, that will help you de-stress and won't add stress to your life. And so sometimes going through this process of finding your own wellness, you tend to lose some of the people in your life that you don't want to, that you might be holding on to, even though they're not good for you, but you're still holding on to them. So there is a huge adjustment often that can take place, but you have to find the courage to do what's best for you, because if you don't, you will stay sick. And so that's one of the main things that I've found with myself, with my own experience, with working with my clients, is a lot of time people in their lives are keeping them in stress, and they are running around like ragged because they're taking care of everybody else. So often that's one of the main qualities of somebody that's struggling with chronic pain, is that they tend to take care of everyone else around them except for themselves. And so if that hits home for you and you're struggling with chronic pain, listen to that little tidbit. It's time to take care of yourself. It's time to do you first. Your body is screaming at you. Your life is in disarray. So it's time. It's time to make that choice. So I'll go through them very quickly again. Number 1, education. One of the elements, main element, educate yourself. Number 2, meditation. Very important to understand meditation, to find what works for you, to practice. Number 3, low impact exercise. Moving your body in the way that you're supposed to when you have chronic pain, not just in the way that you are supposed to in an exercise class with everyone else. Chronic pain sufferers need to move in a different way. Number 4, guidance around exploring your history, your past traumas, and letting go of some of that energy that we've pushed down that's in our bodies still. Healing yourself, releasing it. Number 5, nervous system. Understanding your nervous system, relating, feeling what nervous system response is active, and then using tools and techniques to turn on the healing and repair. Number 6, finding a support team of coaches, of health professionals, of friends, of family, a supportive network of people who will lift you up, who will help you de-stress and encourage you on your journey of overcoming chronic pain. So that is it for today. I think I've put in the comments the workshop link. So if you want to join me on Wednesday at noon for 90 minutes, we're going to really get to the nitty-gritty, the root cause of what is causing your chronic pain. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the things we talked about today in more, depth. So it's free. So there's no excuse other than carving out 90 minutes of your time. If you're struggling to overcome chronic pain and you just feel like nothing has worked for you, you've been trying and trying, I guarantee you this is the ticket. This has worked for me. It's worked for many of my clients. All you have to do is show up for yourself. I also have the link to my free Facebook group for free classes, free tips and tricks, just to communicate with other people who are also struggling with chronic pain. It's a wonderful group and it's growing very quickly. So jump into that group. It's free as well. And go to my website and watch that video that I shared with you, or just plug it into YouTube, Understanding Pain in Less Than 5 Minutes and What to Do About It. It's really in line with what I talked about here today as well, and might give you some more information that you might need. So thanks for joining me today. Thanks for participating, Larry. It was nice to see your little handle there. And as always, I'm always here for you via email. You can send me a PM or a DM. If you're struggling with anything or you have any questions or concerns, please reach out. Okay, have a good afternoon and enjoy the rest of your